Hello everybody, it's Dark Side Phil. I need that money to pay my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill, stupid fucking trolls, man. I just want to chill. I rock back and forth on the X and Y axis, tip me, so I could catch up on back tax.
Figured it out. It was actually, I gotta give a big shout out to Team Terrahawk. He's the one who kind of figured out what was going wrong. So for those who don't use OBS, Open Broadcast Software, that's the software I use to capture and stream. There's a setting within a setting within a setting. I've never even seen it before. It's simply a checkbox. And the checkbox says, use your GPU acceleration with your animations. All that means is when you use a browser plugin of any kind, all right, for anything, if you're just simply showing a web browser on the screen, or you're playing an animation through a web browser like I do through Stream Elements and Streamlabs, instead of using your processor, your CPU, it uses your graphics card or GPU to run and enhance it to take the load off of your main processor. And apparently, that option was always checked off by default, even though I had personally never set it up. It just was set up like that. So, with that being said, apparently, something has gone wrong with my graphics card. I don't know what, because I don't use it. My graphics card would only be used to run games. That's it. And guess what I don't do on my PC? Run games. Everything else is siphoned through my external capture card right there. That's what captures the video and all of that. And then OBS takes in that video source, processes it, and broadcasts it to you, and also saves it to my PC. And it's all done through the CPU. Nothing runs through the GPU. So I wouldn't even have known if something was wrong with my graphics card, because I'm not utilizing it, you see? Apparently something's wrong with my graphics card. So it's actually a good thing that I don't use the graphics card for my daily shit, because if I did right now, I might be shit out of luck and not be able to make content for you guys. Yeah. So basically, the way I see it is, maybe this is a sign that I need to upgrade my stuff this year, right? This is a sign, hey Phil, your equipment looks like it's starting to break down, and you gotta upgrade it this year. You gotta get a new setting or whatever, right? New setup. So can't do it now, because right, I explained this to you yesterday. How would I go about it? It's this simple. I do a series of fundraisers, right? Maybe do a series of special events where I try to raise tips to pay for a new setup, all right? And we would determine together if it would be a pre-built setup, which is probably the easiest thing, or if it would be me buying components here or there and trying to build it myself, which would probably be a major fucking pain in the ass that's just going to cause more problems. But we would see what happened there and hopefully raise enough so I could get a new setup. And then I would hook it up and we would get it working. Then I would probably work on raising funds for a new camera, right? A new, whether it's a digital camera or camcorder. Again, if you're wondering why I'm touching my face so much, because of my allergies. My everything's itching. It's really pissing me off. I'm waiting for my allergy meds to work fully. But anyway, that's kind of the idea of how I would go about it. However, I can't do it right now. Right now, as I just explained to you guys over the last few days, things are really tight for me right now financially, okay? I feel like over the course of this year, things will get better, especially now that we have gifted memberships. That's going to be a major positive. People will be gifting those, and it's going to help this channel in the long run for sure. And I'll have an increase in revenue because of it. Right now, I don't have that benefit yet, and it's just starting. But basically, if I were to do the fundraisers right now, okay, I know exactly what would happen. Probably people would rally, I would fundraise, it would work, I'd be able to get a new PC, but then people wouldn't be able to contribute normally on daily streams, right? Which is exactly what we saw happen in the last week. A ton of people came out and gifted memberships. All of a sudden, my tips completely dried up, and I'm like, oh shit, now I can't afford daily stuff because there's no tips coming in, you see? So I can't have that happen. Basically, it has to be a situation where if I'm going to do this, there's also going to be ongoing support outside of it. So essentially, the best way to do it would be to run events like that while there's also big high-profile games that are people coming to the channel to watch me play and support. You see what I'm saying? So, I can't do it right now. But this is a scary thought that maybe my graphics card is shot and doesn't work, and all of a sudden it wouldn't even play the animations here on the streams anymore for when people were doing contributions. So it is what it is, but we fixed it, we got it back, they're working again. The only thing that's been lost is that I updated my OBS software from version 21, which was made in 2017, to version 27, which was made this year. And if you can believe it, they took away features. One of the main features they took away was the ability to have a slideshow, like I was running on my pre-streams, that has essentially unlimited space. Meaning, right now, I can't do a slideshow with any of those animations I used to use. If you remember, there were many different animations. There was me fighting M. Bison. There was Sakura posing in front of the background stage from Street Fighter Alpha. There was one that looked like a slot machine or a match game from Super Mario 3 that was my hats and vests. That's just a few off the top of my head. There were more than that. But all those animations take up a lot of memory and a lot of storage, and they don't let you do that anymore. With current OBS, it's like you can only do straight slideshow of static images. If you do anything more than that, it exceeds the memory limit. So I can't even do those anymore. Now, the good news is, overnight, a fan of mine wrote me an email saying I'm actually someone who dabbles in coding, and I found a way to essentially remove that limit from OBS. That's the beauty of OBS, open broadcast software, is that people modify this thing all the time. So they said they figured out a way to possibly modify it and get it back to the way it was working. I have not messed with it yet, but there may be an opportunity for me to actually get back everything. And by the way, this is really cool. The new OBS has a lot of cool features. Can I show you one right now? Would you guys like to see one? So the first tip of the day is from Snow Carl, who did the $1.50. Watch this. You ready for this? Look at that. Guess what? I did it on the fly. I didn't have to open up a menu to do it. The new OBS has the ability to edit text on the fly. Just like that. Instant. No going into a menu within a menu and opening up the menu and having to dash around with the keyboard. It's like that. I can do it like that. Pretty freaking cool. Watch this. Nah, this doesn't work. It doesn't work because I have a gradient. If I didn't have a gradient, I could have changed the color of the text right away, but I have a gradient, so it would have fucked the gradient up. I don't want to fuck the gradient up on the letters, so can't do that. But anyway, no, Simple Bubble, I know there's another tip. No worries. I know there's another tip there. I'm going to shout it out. That was just an example, okay?